Issue 90. After some panels are wasted on repetitive recaps, the only reason Sonic finds out that Fang is trying to steal Supersonic is because after Fang thinks, he suddenly says this out loud. Sonic hits Fang in the face with a spin dash, and for no reason, apparently being tiny means he can't get up to full speed. He spin dashes at Fang's chest and along it to hit him in the chest, knocking his hat off. The hat looks like it has dynamite sticks on it, but it's really full of the things Fang had used to shrink people with. Really? I thought that was a ray gun that he shrank with. Predictably, he shrinks Fang to his size, and Fang is naturally cowardly from being smart enough to know he'll lose against Sonic in a fair fight. Fang shrinks again and again because Sonic had exposed him to the shrinking ray for too long, and eventually Sonic isn't even able to hear him. And then Fang died because he got the exact same fate as Grimer's cousin, and there was no way anyone could find him and shoot him back to normal. No, of course not. I'm sure they'll find a dumb, idiotic way to bring him back. So Slimy's existence was officially pointless then. We're probably never going to see him again. Then we cut to the Chaotix and Sonic in a white void of artist laziness, with Vector saying that he got everyone to full size because he actually knows how to operate Fang's capsules. What, did they work together on inventing it for the first time? It is pretty unique seeing Sonic working alone with the Chaotix for a change. Even in Archie, I don't remember him doing that. Note that I'm never talking about the reboot in these references to Archie because I never read it. For plot convenience's sake, the ship magically wasn't damaged when it crashed. Somehow. That is one well-made ship. Which lets the heroes get to the center of the black asteroid. Espio says that maybe the Omniviewer knows what's going on with Supersonic, so when he escapes, he'll be able to teleport himself to safety when that happens years later. You know, since Supersonic is supposed to be a limited time thing only, as Sonic uses the rings, you'd think he'd disappear after a while. And Archie handled that better with its evil Supersonic on the Ant Planet. It disappeared after a while. I guess this version of Sonic collected way more rings, but he still loses his super form when his power's exhausted. And with Archie, we see Sonic, holding on to rings a lot more. Vector worries that Supersonic wouldn't give Omni the chance to warp away, puts Omni in the middle of the asteroid, and tells Mighty to detonate the bomb, which seals the only way out with thousands of tons of rubble. They're forgetting that this is Supersonic. He should be able to escape with supersonic force anyways. I swear, Charmy talks like Ned Flanders if he was a kid. And not Christian. It's so out of place to force him to be annoying, just by his speech. When this comic came out before Heroes made it a canon trash part of his character to be annoying. At least in Archie, he was more sane and useful, like he figured out that the Dark Legion had previously planned an escape route in the Knuckles comic. After the story ends there, the next story starts, and for some reason Cheeto is surprised that Crouch was the one who asked him to try to kill Rooster. This is taken as a confession by Knuckles and the Sheriff. I guess Cheeto was forced to intentionally get him to confess. And the Crouch walks towards a cliff with Knuckles following him. Crouch threatens to use a chemical veil that smells like the scent of the Apterex's most feared predator, but is 100 times more potent. That's creative. So it was him who started the stampede, and it's for really good, logical, it makes a lot of sense that he was able to do that. After he threatens Rooster's herd, he falls off the cliff and says that he'll just shoot Knuckles instead before realizing that his fall broke the veil, and he makes a run for it, getting him karmatically killed by the stampede he caused with the veil. The story ends with Knuckles being given an Apteryx to fly away on as a reward. Why can't it just be called a pterodactyl? The names of these guys isn't exactly intuitive and easy to remember, which is why it took so long to bother saying it. In the next story, Johnny pays someone in Metropolis for info and learns about a rumor that Eggman's created a new weapon that some troopers will be escorting through the Gumtree Zone in 2 days. Oh, Gumtree Zone. That's interesting. I wonder if this is a trap by an agent of Eggman's to mislead the heroes, because this seems too easy. Of course it is. And it was revealed to be the case right away in the next panel because of Fox subtlety. This is looking colorless when it was revealed that Eggman had an evil plot instantly after Tails put faith in him. And what's more insulting is that Eggman and the criminal are talking to each other right behind Johnny. What, is he deaf? He's a rabbit. Look at those huge ears. 2 days later, Amy, Tails, Shortfuse, and Johnny are waiting in Gumtree Zone, and they get alerted to robot troopers carrying a crate in their vehicle thanks to Shortfuse's convenient sensors. Shortfuse shoots them with a laser while saying, "Get a load of this." And Amy complains about how they can't plan an attack now because Shortfuse is as impatient as Sonic and started the fight early. Tails flies to dodge some lasers, joking that the robot is programmed to be a terrible shot, and Shortfuse punches another trooper while uncharacteristically immediately figuring out that they're letting them win. When I'd expect someone confident like him to not suspect anything because he almost always has an easy time with his enemies. This is just giving characters dialogue they shouldn't logically have just for the sake of more clumsy foreshadowing. They should be foreshadowing multiple possibilities so we can feel like it could go either way. With the robots destroyed, the secret weapon punches through the crate and reveals itself to be Vermin the Cybernick, a purple Shortfuse. Well, let's see, we have Shortfuse and a whole bunch of other people with him, so he's already outnumbered and screwed. Johnny recognizes the voice in the Badnik as the rat who sold him the information days ago. That's much more interesting than being just a brand new person. Shortfuse tells Vermin that he can resist the brainwashing too, even though it's obviously too late for that, and he's punched for his naivety and told what I already figured out. Vermin wanted to be a Cybernick, because it makes him stronger than him. Sadly, the story ends right there. The first two stories are by Nigel Kitchen. In the first one, Sonic shrinks Fang down to infinity, just like Tails did with Glamour's identical cousin, and he shows no guilt afterwards about how doing that would logically lead to his death from starvation and dehydration, making me wonder why he won't just do this to Eggman. I'm sure they'll convolute some bullshit way for Fang to have survived this. It'll be even more ridiculous than anything I could have possibly predicted. And then the heroes carry out their plan to trap Supersonic in an asteroid almost frozen in time. In the second story, Crouch gets killed by a stampede caused by him using his stampede creating chemical in the wrong place, which is kind of funny actually. I mean, I'm smiling at thinking about it. And Knuckles gets to fly home on a pterodactyl with his treasure chest of echidna secrets. And in the third story by Lou Stringer, Johnny gets lured into a trap by a rat Mobian, which leads to him, Shortfuse, and the gang getting attacked by Vermin, that Mobian who's been made a cyborg willingly. That's a little cool, if unoriginal to have an evil twin of a character. And we didn't need the game to be given away by immediately seeing Eggman talking to the rat.